Hello viewers, I'm Simeon and you're watching Kharis tutorials. Today we'll be doing a wonderful dress and it's called a 6-pieces dress. It's going to be cut from the shoulder and all through to the base of the dress, no half-length cuts, and the sides is going to be princess darts. And also the sleeve is going to be a balloon sleeve. I love the sleeve. It's going to be a balloon sleeve, and that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm going to be using 5 yards of Ankara. Yes, 5 yards. I'm going to be using 5 yards because of the length straight down. So for this reason, just budget your 6 yards of Ankara, and you know the remaining one is meant for the gele. Yes, now our measurement still remains the same as the underbust measurement and the knee length and also the full length of the dress. Also, we'll be needing the shoulder measurement, the sleeve. First we need the half length, which will be the straight cut for the sleeve, and also the full length, which is the balloon side of the sleeve. Also, we'll be needing the round sleeve measurement, and we'll be needing the bust measurements. We'll be needing the band measurements, that's below the bust, and we'll be needing the waist measurement, and of course we'll be needing the hip measurement. So those are the measurements we'll be using in our tutorial today. So quickly, let's move to the cutting table. Welcome back. To achieve our style, the first thing we're going to do is to bring out the full length measurement, and the measurement here is 57 inches, and I'm going to add 2 inches for folding, and that will be 59 inches. That's the first thing. So I'm going to measure 59 inches, which is the length, and cut it out from my yard. From the yards I have 59 inches, and I'll cut. I have the 59 inches, that's the length measured out. The next thing now is to fold our fabric, and to determine what to use in folding, we need to consider the wideness of the base of our dress and also the shoulder measurements. We are going to cut out the middle piece first. Remember, the sides are princess darts, so the middle piece is what we are cutting out first. Now the base of the middle piece, each piece of our 6 pieces dress, the base I want to fold 9 inches. That is what I want. The wideness depends on your choice. You can fold 8. If you fold 8, you get 16. If you fold 7, you get 14. But for me, I want 18, so I'll fold 9. Now the shoulder measurement is 14 inches, and 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches. So 9 is more than 7 inches, so I'll fold 9 inches. In this case, if the shoulder measurement is more than your desired measurement to fold, then you fold using the shoulder measurement. For instance, if the shoulder measurement is 18, and 18 divided by 2 will give us 9 inches, and your desired measurements for the wideness of the base of your dress is 8 inches, it means the shoulder measurement is 9 and is more than your desired measurement to fold, which is 8 inches. But in this case, the folding, that's my desired measurement, is 9 inches, which is 18, 9, and the shoulder measurement 14 divided by 2, 7. So I'm going to fold 9 inches. I have 9 inches folded. 9 inches. Now the next thing is the half length. That's from the shoulder to the knee length. The shoulder to the knee length is 34 inches. 34 inches. That's the knee measurement. The next thing we're going to measure is the shoulder measurement, and the shoulder measurement from our calculation is 7 inches. 7 inches. And 8.5 measured down to get the bust. This is the area where we measure out the bust. And still on the armhole, this is going to form the armhole. I'm going to measure down 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches. And now the nipple point, which is going to be on the bust, that's the nipple point from the shoulder measurement. You can take the nipple point for whatever measurement you want to use. Just measure from the shoulder to get the nipple point. Now, from our 6 pieces dress, we have the 3 pieces at the front and 3 pieces at the back. And we have our highest measurement to be the hip, which is 34 inches. So we're going to divide that into 2, or better still, we'll say 34 divided by 6. That's 6 pieces. Or we divide 34 into 2, that's 17 inches for the 3 pieces at the front and 17 inches for the 3 pieces at the back. Now, dividing the 17 into 3 for the 3 pieces at the front, that means we have, let's just approximate it to 6 inches each. We have each piece to be 6 inches. So to fold our fabric now, we need 6 inches. So we are going to measure out 3 to get 6. And we need to add our sewing allowance. So I'll make it 3.5. So each piece now will be 3.5. That's from the calculation. The same thing goes to the plus size. The hip measurement divided by 6. Then you get the calculation for each piece. And if you still want to maintain the 8 inches, remember our normal dart from the middle is measured 4 inches to the left and 4 inches to the right. In case you want to maintain the 8 inches for the middle piece, then it's going to be from 17 inches. We have the middle piece to be 8, then we are left with 9 inches, which means the remaining 2 sides will share the 9 inches, and that will be 4.5 and 4.5. But still, you need to fold with the highest measurement, which is 8. And to get 8, you need to measure out 4 inches. So whichever method you want to choose, you're good to go. So I will be going with the first method, which is the 34 divided by 6. So each piece now is 6 inches. To get my 6 inches, I'm going to measure out 3.5. That's with my sewing allowance. So I'll take that to the knee length. I'll take my 3.5 measurement to the knee length. Then from the knee length, I'll slanting my hand straight to the edge of my folding. Let's do that now. So this, from the nipple points, I'm going to mark out my 3.5 straight down. This is the knee length. Then from the knee length, I'm going to slant in my hand to the edge of my folding. Now from the shoulder, we have 3.5 measured down. So I'm going to curve my hand from the 3.5 to meet with the nipple point measurements. Good. Next now, this is the shape of the armhole. from here we can cut our fabric. This is the middle piece for the front. Now we move to the sides measurements. We have cut out the middle part of our 3 pieces, left with the sides. I'm still going to fold my 9 inches. Remember, that's what I am using for the wideness of the base of my gown. So I'm still going to fold my 9 inches, and after which we continue with the calculation of the sides. Now we have the middle piece. From our calculation, remember we are cutting out 3.5 inches, and we've done that on the middle piece. So the sides now, first let's fold our 9 inches. I have my 9 inches folded as well, and the nail length from the shoulder is 34 inches. 34 inches. So I'm still going to measure out my 3.5 inches. And my 8.5 inches for the armhole. The 3.5 inches is coming straight to the knee length. From the knee length, I'm going to slant in my hand to the end of my folding. So I'm going to start the cutting now, and I'll stop at this point. That's the 8.5. I'll stop at this point. So let's do the cutting now. So I'm going to stop at that point. Then I'm going to open the fabric. I'm going to open the fabric. The other one I cut first, that's the middle piece. Remember, this is the middle piece, so I'm going to place it on it. I'm going to place it on it, and now our 8.5 stops here. This is where our 8.5 stops, remember, and our armhole goes like this, so it continues on this fabric. Coming from this, it continues on this main fabric, and I'm going to trace this out as well to continue the cutting on the main fabric. So I'm going to continue the cutting now. So this is for one side, and this is the middle piece. So all I'm just going to do now is to repeat this to cut for the other side of the fabric. So I'm just going to cut this out. Remember, the front part make sure the front parts are facing each other to cut for the other side. So all I'm just going to do is to trace it out. Yes, now I'm just going to repeat all of this to cut out for the back. I'll repeat this, and also the middle piece, but I'll add my zip allowance to the middle piece. Let's do that now. So the front is placed on the back, and with my zip allowance, only added 1 inch for the zip allowance, so I'm going to cut it out. Just place the front on the back to cut it out and add the zip allowance. Now I'm going to bring out the neck design. My desired measurement and shape is canoe neck, and for that I'm going to measure 3 inches. That's the deepness, and the wideness is 5 inches. 5 inches, then 3 inches. It's a canoe neck. So the same thing front and back. So that's what I'm going to cut out now. And I'm going to slanting the shoulder. Yes. So I'm going to divide the back into 2 as well for the zip space. Also the sides, I'm just going to place the sides on the material to cut it out. Yeah, so we just move to the sleeve. Now we move to the sleeve. The sleeve length, we have 15 inches and the gathered part of it is 8 inches. So we're first we're going to cut out the 15 inches. We have the round sleeve measurement to be 10. That's 10 divided by 2 will give us 5 inches plus 3 inches allowance. We have 8 inches. So I'm going to fold 8 inches now. And the length 15, I'll add my sewing allowance, so I'll measure out 16 inches. Let's do that. We have 16 inches and the round sleeve measurements plus my sewing allowance 8 inches. I'm going to measure down 3.5 inches. Now to bring out the armhole, the round sleeve 10, that's 5 plus my sewing allowance to give us 6 inches. So I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to place this on another fabric to cut out the other sleeve. That's the sleeves. Now the gathered part of the sleeve, like I said, the length is 8, so I'm going to add to the length. And the wideness, that's the fabric we're going to gather. You can cut as long as you want, but I'm going to just measure out 30 inches. That's the wideness, the parts where I want to gather. I'll measure out 30 inches and the length 10 inches with my sewing allowance. And I'll repeat the same for the second sleeve. My 30 inches, and I'm going to cut. I have my fabric folded, so I can just cut the two at once. So all I'm just going to do is to divide. I'll divide the fabric. So that is, this is 30 and 10 inches. The same thing for this. I'm going to gather the fabric to add to the sleeve, and we are done. We've come to the end of our class, and that was an interesting class. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, for more videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you can follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Africa TV. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram at Kharis Kreations. Until I see you next class, bye.